Welcome to Growing Wings, where we bring you inspiration to unlock your superpowers. I am your host, Keira Lani. I help healers to master their energy, to unleash their gifts. I bring people back to their true nature through Tree Gong healing. I am creating a facilitator training to launch in March. So if you are feeling called to this powerful work of bringing people back to their nature through the practice of connecting to nature spirits, breath, activation, movement, meditation, then please reach out to me and let's get started on this journey. If you are looking to connect to your own intuition, to live your life on purpose, then I am also here for you. And I am so excited for my guest today. I have with me Munira Zahabi. She is the Niche Navigator. She helps coaches and entrepreneurs to find and market to their niche. Welcome to the show, Munira. I'm so glad that you have joined me today. Please share a little bit more about you for our audience to get to know you.
Thank you so much, Keira. I'm very honored and humbled to be on your show. You do a great job. Thank you again. I am Munira Zahabi, the Niche Navigator. I help people find and market to their niche. And these are people who are either starting out as coaches or are just starting out in business, or people who've lost their jobs, people who don't have any direction. So I kind of bring them together and follow a path. As you can see, I have a compass behind me, and that's the way we find and I help people navigate to their niche.
So beautiful.
I live out here in Chicago. It's cold here today, but
Oh, awesome.
It snowed. Yes, it snowed 2 days ago, and we still have some snow down. If you look on my profile picture, we saw some coyotes. And I'm worried about if they were wolves. I did some research. They don't have wolves in Illinois, but you never know when they migrate. But they were here. There was a pack of 5 howling away in the middle of the night. So it was really interesting to see them.
Yeah,
but here I am. It's cold, but I'm warm and toasty.
Yay! Well, thank God for the modern miracle of indoor heating, right? So thank you so much for sharing that, Munira. And all of you out there, as you join us, please let us know where you're joining from. We have audience all around the world, so maybe it's also cold and snowy where you are. Here in Oregon, it's somewhat cold. It's not snowy cold. It's just kind of cold-ish, I guess. And I know some of you may be in Australia where it's summer right now. Who knows? So let us know where you're tuning in from. And please share this out. You never know who out there is looking for their niche, looking for their purpose and their path in life, and how can they bring that to the world. So we are here to inspire you. And so say hello as you're joining. Give us some love, some likes, share this out. Thank you so much for being here. Cindy, hello. Kodai, good morning. And thank you for sharing, Kenzel. I'm so grateful for my community for tuning in. So keep on sending us the love. We're sending it right back to you. And I'm so excited for this conversation today. So Munira, this is my signature question for this show. What is your superpower? Everyone has a special gift they bring to the world. So what is your superpower, Munira?
My superpower, I don't have the wings like you do, but my superpower is that I see a person in trouble and I want to help them. And sometimes I find that I can help the person who needs the help doesn't even know they need the help. But I have a solution for them, which is sometimes get annoying, but it's that intuition, it's that inner feeling that you have where you know this person can benefit. And I'm a true believer that you have been put on my path today because you need my help. And it works out very fine. So that's my superpower.
Awesome. How did you discover
I have
this?
been, and the other thing is that we have, go ahead.
Oh, I was having a hard time hearing you. So I'm sorry. I thought that you stopped talking, but there was an interruption in the feed. So I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, you asked me when did I discover this?
Yeah, how did you
have been working. I've been working for a long time in the corporate world, in hospitals, and there's a lot of people that I have, crossed paths with, and I have unknowingly helped them find their niche. Never just do it out of the gratitude and the kindness of your heart, but you never know that this will become a business. And then when my contract world ended and I took the path to entrepreneurship, I myself was on a path of self-analysis and looking for clarity, which is a big thing. And it became apparent that I wasn't sure of my own niche. So I spent a lot of time just reading through what knowledge I had, trying to figure out what my niche was. And it hit me when I was talking to a friend because I was giving her advice on what her niche should be. And I realized that I'm very good at doing that. So I said, I'm just going to take my own advice and just put that to practice. And that's where I became the Niche Navigator.
I love that so often.
So a funny story, but it was very soul searching and frustration. Lots of time was wasted.
Well, I love how so often what we need for ourselves is what we have.
We tend to think that we are going to do a lot of things.
Are you still there, Munira?
That is so true. That is so true. And the thing is, you have to, there was a lot of, I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think we're having a little bit of a delay. I can hear you. Can you hear me? I think we're having a little bit of a delay. I'm going to try taking this headset off and see if that's better. Okay, I think that my headset was creating a delay. So is this better now? Can you hear me in more real time? I think we were having a delay, so you were hearing me after.
Yes, much better.
Okay, cool.
This is much better. Thanks, Keira. No, so that's what happened, right? And it hit me that, like we said, whatever I needed was what I could offer to people. And that's when the brand and everything became apparent. But the step is finding your niche. It's what it is that you want to do, right? And to me, that is the cornerstone, the foundation of that house that you're going to build. It's going to be the foundation of.
So how is it that why is this important when people are looking for a way to create a business for themselves? How is it that you can help people find their niche? Is it similar to your experience that often what we're looking for is right in front of us, inside of our own journey for ourselves. That's what we have to offer to the world. Is that, do you find that often with your clients, that they have that same thing of, oh, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing, and then they realize, oh, this is what I'm already doing is actually what I can bring to the world?
See, many times we look outside for answers.
Mm-hmm.
We never look within ourselves. So what I teach, is look within yourself. And when people start working with me, the first thing I tell them to do is to write lists of whatever skill it doesn't matter what it is, right? So I'm going to do a free teaching if that's okay with you. When people start working with me, I ask them to write a list. This is what my coach had told me. He says, go write a list of everything you know how to do. If you know how to peel a potato, write that. It's a skill that you know. If you know how to make a bed, put it on there. I had 7 to 8 pages of skills that I had. And then I don't want to read this. Now find the ones that make you happy, right? And so, like peeling potatoes. Now, I don't know. If you're in the army, maybe that's a job you've done, but you don't want to do that for life. So that's something you're never going to circle. But you are allowed to pick only 7 out of this whole list that you've created. So it takes soul searching. It takes time. I was told to take one task that I put down and then marinate and see if I could see myself doing it for how many days. And simple tasks like peeling potatoes, if you're cooking, it's a 5-minute job, but you can't do that for 24 hours a day, So it takes time to think about what you want to do. Do you want to sit in front of the computer? Do you like people? Can you talk? Do you want to be outdoors? Do you want to be indoors? Do you like nature? Do you like art? Do you like music? So many things. But find the skills that you can find the skills that make you happy. That's the first step to niching, right? It makes you stronger. That allows you to think about the things and it also gives you strength, because there's so many times people say, I don't know how you're doing it, only you don't have a name for it, or you've not given it any thought about what you're doing.
Hey, Munira, your audio is really breaking up.
Keira, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you're cutting in and out, and I'm seeing some of the comments saying that they're having a hard time following. So I'm wondering if you would just refresh your page, and I'll just keep talking. I'll try to, and then we can try to continue and see if you come through more clearly. So Munira was just sharing with us how she helps people to navigate their niche by creating a list of all the skills that you have to bring to the world. So even something as simple as peeling potatoes or making a bed can be on your list of skills. And then after you go through and create pages, we all have different things that we do in our life. And so she's suggesting that you list every skill that you have. And then once you have all the skills, that everything that you know how to do, then you go back and you circle the ones that bring you joy, that you could see yourself doing day in and day out. And that's the start of creating your niche. I don't know if you caught that, Munira. I was trying to recap what you said while you were in the process of refreshing. So let's see if that's any better.
Yeah, I saw that. Thank you. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Let's just try to go ahead. So Okay, so we have this list of all the skills, and now we've honed it down. You said we can have 7 things to look at that are the things that we do well and bring us joy. Have I got that? That's how far I got.
Yes,
yeah.
You're right.
And so then what? We have these 7 skills that bring us joy. Then what?
So now you have to figure out what can you do with what the skills you've got, right? And so ask questions. If you have family, friends, people that you work with, talk to somebody at the grocery store. What do you think I can do with these skills, right? And then you have to look again. You have to look within yourself. You know, people take those skills and find a new job. People take those skills and start a new business. The skills are all the same. If you look at your listing of stuff, it's the same things that you ever. What are you going to do to impact somebody else's life? That's what you want to think about. And so when, go out there, and if you have an idea, see if there's a market out there for your niche. Now, that could be a pro and a con. If you don't have a market, you can create a market, right? And if you have a market, then there's competition. And if there's competition, then you're in the right business because there's other people doing it. You don't have to follow the same footsteps that they are doing, but you have to now create your own offering and make sure that you are out. So that's market research for you.
I love that. So I was
and
also...
then you want to find out who it is that you want to target.
So who it is that you want to target is like what we think of as our ideal client. Like, who do you want to work with? This is something that I feel like is really powerful, has been really powerful for me to think not only who would be served by what I have to offer, but who would I like to work with, right? Who would, how would that bring me joy? Because when we show up doing the things we love with joy, then it is received in a much more powerful way as well. And so I love how you talked about also that competition can be a good sign. Competition doesn't have to be a negative, right? Because when there are other people doing similar things, you will still do that in your own way with your special gifts that you bring. We each have our own special gifts. And even if they overlap with somebody else, there are going to be somebody is going to want to work with you because of who you are, right? Can you speak to that, to how do we connect to that innate sense of who I am is where my value is? Does that make sense?
So let me give you an example. A few years ago, we had a competition at the church we were at. There was 10 ladies picked to make a cup of tea. They were given the same ingredients, the same amount of ingredients, and the same utensils, right? They had the stove, they had 1 tea bag, they had 1 teaspoon of sugar, they had the same amount of milk and the same amount of water, and everything was just the same. Now you had to take that item and make into a cup of tea. There was nothing you could add, nothing you could leave out. There was 10 different types of tea that was made that day. And you had to use all of the ingredients, So it wasn't like anybody gave anything more or less, but they will use the tea to show that even though the items are the same, it's how the preparation and the delivery is going to be different. So to take that into context of finding your niche, you know, if you talk about fear, you talk about finding your niche, all of these things people are talking about, but how you deliver it is going to be the key to why a person wants to work with. Does that make sense?
Yes, I love that analogy of the tea, of how we can take the same ingredients and come out with a completely different offering. That's so beautiful. So, so I'm hearing from the audience that the audio is really difficult to follow. We may have to have another time when we can reconnect to share this amazing information, because I really don't want our audience to miss out on it. But let's go ahead and continue and wrap this up in a good way. So do you have something that you wanted to share with our audience that will help them to have a little bit of a better idea of how to bring in their own flavor? Because I totally agree with you. We can take information that other people have put out and translate it through our own vessel, and it becomes our own. So how would you recommend that someone really makes something their own, so that they feel that their offering is their own offering, rather than just regurgitating the information that they learned? Do you have some insight into that?
Oh, yes. So find people, broadcast it to the world, that's what you're doing. And then offer like I want 5 people to listen to me. I need your time to see if you will be a good fit to work with me, because you have to test it out, right? There's a lot of people, a lot of products that Coca-Cola makes, or Samsung makes, and then they give it to the other people to just test it out, and they get money for it, or they keep the product. And so this is a similar way to do it. Go ahead and test it out. I mean, you walked along the way, along the mall, and you see, if you're in the food court, they are giving you little bite pieces of whatever they're making. And if that's the case, go ahead and you try it. And if you like it, you buy it. Costco does the same thing. So you want to try out your niche. Now, remember, when you're starting out, you're going to be a little bit rough. It's never smooth sailing, because as you grow, you will have more information that's going to come to you. But don't worry about that. You can never be perfect. You will never be perfect, because nothing is perfect. God is perfect. That's all I can say. But you will keep starting out. Just test what you are doing out with people, with teachers of your children, friends, family. Hey, you know what? I have something. Can you just hear me out? And don't listen to the negativity they bring in, because there's always somebody going to tell you this is not a good idea. Are you crazy? Don't listen to them. Just test it out, because as you talk to more people, that confidence is going to, and the best part. Remember, this niche is yours. It's not for anybody. You just have to find the people that you want to help. And as you talk to people, will come in front of you.
Beautiful. So, so do you have a little sample that you can give our audience of what it would? I think we got a little bit of an idea of what it would be like to be with you, although hopefully with some better audio in the next time. But do you have a little sample that you can share with the audience of what it would be like to find your niche? So did I lose you completely? Oh, no, you're still there.
Oh, yes. So I go through a 4-step process right here. If you can see it.
I can see it.
My 4-step process is to find clarity. So find clarity and then find your avatar. And then I go through messaging and packaging and then how to market it.
Okay, I missed the last one. I got.
You have to be clear. Clarity, avatar, message, and market.
Okay, got it. Clarity, avatar, message, and market. Okay.
Marketing. So, and the thing is, the first come clear. And by writing that list is how you become very clear. You are not going to be crystal clear, but you'll get some clarity. The reality is the things. Once you're clear, you can achieve the world.
Beautiful. So I am having a hard time hearing you still, Munira. I'm so sorry that these technical difficulties are getting in the way of this amazing conversation. So I want to invite our audience to reach out to Munira to learn more about this amazing niche navigation, where she will help you to find clarity, to create your message, and to figure out where your market is and market to it. So when you find your particular niche, you can bring your power into the world. And everyone has their own superpowers. And so Munira's power of helping you navigate into your niche is an extremely valuable one. If you are looking to create a business, please do connect with her. Munira, will you please drop your links in the comments below when we finish here so that people know where to reach you? You can go ahead and share it now as well. I just want to make sure it's in writing so that if they don't touch it on the video, they can still see it in the comments. So how can people get in touch with you to learn more about this amazing compass you have created?
So I am on Facebook. I am on Munira Zahabi. There's only one in the world, so it's easy to find me. I have a Facebook group called Navigate to Your Niche, and I share all kinds of good stuff in the group. You can join me there. I am on LinkedIn. I can be reached just by, you can send me a message on Messenger and I will get back to you. Thank you. Thank you, Keira, for doing that. Yeah, so that's my group. My private group is Navigate to Your Niche, and I'm happy to have everybody who is looking for their niche into our group, because there's a lot of golden nuggets that go into it.
So good. So good. Beautiful. Well, I'm going to go check out Munira's group when we get off of this video. So go, I'll show it to you all again. Go to Navigate to Your Niche and get on this journey. Find your clarity, find your niche, learn how to market to your tribe, because there are specific people out there looking for what you have to bring to the world. Your superpowers are there to help the world. So thank you so much, Munira, for coming on and sharing. I'm really sorry about the audio difficulties today. That can be really frustrating when we're trying to create live content and we can't always understand what you're saying. So I really encourage you all, if you've checked into this video and you were having trouble hearing Munira, just reach out to her and learn more about what she has to offer. She is really quite an amazing coach and has a lot of insight and wisdom to share with you. So I hope that you will connect with her and get on to this journey of creating your map to your niche and finding your special place where your gifts can come through more powerfully. And if you are feeling a calling to help bring people back to their nature through Tree Gong healing, please reach out to me. Or if you're looking to unleash your gifts, I am here for you in that regard as well. I'm really looking forward to connecting with all of you more. And please do like the Tree Gong healing page. I'm broadcasting all of my videos on Tree Gong healing now, so that we can keep all of the videos in one place and they're easy to find. And so if you've been following me on my personal page, please make sure you also like Tree Gong healing. And thank you so much for joining us today. I really look forward to sharing another amazing episode of Growing Wings with you next week. So until then, have a beautiful, blessed day.